10,000 demand hostages be freed in emotional Trafalgar Square rally.
Here's a summary of the article.
The full horror of what happened to those murdered and abducted from the southern kibbutzim and villages of Israel on October 7 was borne to a shocked and silent crowd of thousands in Trafalgar Square on Sunday. Silent, that is, except for the repetition of the slogan, "Bring them home," which rippled and echoed around the square during an hour-long vigil for the hostages taken by Hamas terrorists. Hamas had a plan, the families told the appalled crowd, many bearing pictures of the hostages. Hamas must not win, they will not win, we stand with Israel forever. As a British government minister, I speak for cross parties in the House of Commons. Israel must stand strong and Britain stands with Israel. The event, which attracted more than 10,000 people to Trafalgar Square, was opened by the Board of Deputies President Mary van der Zyl and addressed by Chief Rabbi Ephraim Mirvus, Shadow International Trade Secretary Johnny Reynolds, and Rabbi Charlie Baginski. As Hatikwa, Israel's national anthem, rang round Trafalgar Square, British Jews wept.
This post received a score of 4,600, with an upvote ratio of 88%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Feels like the whole world is in a pressure cooker.
Yes. But usually what comes out of a pressure cooker is delicious. So stay optimistic for the future.
Or at least, sterilized.
Or a pile of mush.
I hope it's a very clean, delicious pile of mush.
If we don't have any teeth left in our mouth by then, that's probably for the best.
Fuck a mess.
Bottom line.
Very interesting to see who is protesting to bring the hostages from multiple countries home, and which side either ignores the hostages completely or actively pulls down posters of the hostages.
Or actively calls for the death of those who weren't taken hostage.
Does anyone know where all the people went who were so angry that Israel bombed a hospital? Once they found out it was Hamas, it's almost like they dropped the subject and didn't really give a shit once they found out. It's almost like they hate Jews more than they care about Palestinians. Edit. Was PIJ not Hamas? Point stays the same.
An ex-close friend of mine posted about it as if it were true even after seemingly everyone knew it was a failed rocket fired from within Gaza. Didn't even reach out to me to ask if I'm okay, if my family in Israel is safe in the week and a half since the attack, and after anti-Semitic violence started surging around the world. He's a white dude from California with no ties to the Middle East. But a Palestinian friend of mine did reach out.
So many Jewish and Palestinian people in America here have been reaching out to one another? Then we're both seeing each one track sides of bystanders try to throw us all under anti-Semitic or Islamophobic rhetoric sad face, and use us as pawns for their arguments. This kind of outreach makes me more hopeful for the future.
It's the extremists who push for the vilest of actions in all this, and prevent resolution of conflicts. And there are extremists on both sides of the fence. The only ends to this will be either complete eradication of one or both sides, or a compromise that both sides accept. The extremists will never allow the second part to happen.
The thing I noticed with the pro-Palestinian protests is that they call for Israel to stop the bombing and end the war but never call for Hamas to release the hostages and surrender, which will save thousands of lives in Gaza. The fact that they never call for this should tell you everything about who they truly support.
And never called for Hamas to stop firing rockets.
Or to protest Hamas killing Israel civilians.
Or to protest Hamas killing Gazan civilians.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.